because you devotees are so nicely, dedicatedly serving, and I always keep hearing your classes as well. Nicely content shared by you and nicely developed community. So I don't know what to talk about today as no topic was given to me. It was just like Krishna Katha. So uh, I'm still struggling what to speak, what from where to start. Rest as you guide should bless through.
Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhu, thank you for your kind, encouraging words and your blessings so that we can follow the footsteps of great souls like you and our Guru Parampara. We are very, very blessed, grateful and honored and fortunate that you accepted this kind invitation. You're a traveling preacher. I see you do so many yatras, take care of so many congregations and along with your family and blessing now to the medium of Zoom, giving your good association to not just devotees in Delhi NCR, but all over India and all over the globe. And we are very grateful that we sitting here in this land far away from Bharat are able to receive your Hari Katha through this medium. So we're very, very blessed, Prabhuji. So thank you. Let's welcome His Grace Prashant Mukund Prabhu by 3 times, loudly chanting Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. And special gratitude to all the devotees also who took out their valuable time and are very eager to hear from Florida, Tampa, Alachua, and Tallahassee, and other different parts of the world and India as well. So thank you so much, Prabhu. I'll pass on to you. Please enlighten us. Anything you feel relevant to improve our spiritual life. Anything coming out of your lotus mouth is nectar for us and like the medicine which our soul really needs. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
So it's very difficult to give the nectar from the person who has a lot of poison inside. So, but still, because of your encouraging words, I resonate what you say, and I'll try to serve the parampara and the devotees all over. I was thinking to discuss something about Mādhurya Kadambini, which is written by Srila Vishvanath Thakur. Though it's a very esoteric subject to start with, but I will not go in very much details. But yes, few points we can discuss today in next 1 hour. It will be very helpful for a sadhaka to understand what Vishvanath Thakur, a great acharya, who has given us Mangal Arati, Purvashtikam, Sansara Dava, Naranidaka. Srila Vishvanath Thakur is one of the best acharyas in our lineage, who provided a wonderful book for a sadhaka, that is Mādhurya, Kadambini.
Which is network, some technical issues. They should be joining back any moment. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Sending a quick text to Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Those who just joined in last 1 minute or so, Prabhuji joined, but somehow he got disconnected, so he should be connecting back. And Prabhuji mentioned that he'll be talking about Śrī Mādhurya Kadambini by Śrī Vishvanath Chakravarti Thakur. So to hear the nectar, we have to be patient, and Krishna is testing our patience and tolerance. So don't sign off. Prabhuji should be connecting any moment. Yeah, he just mentioned it's restarting, so maybe some technical internet issues. So we can keep chanting the Maha mantra for 1 or 2 minutes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And while Prabhuji is joining, just a humble request, not if you can turn on your videos, that's highly encouraged. It helps us to hear better, and it helps the speaker to share better, because they see that the person is actively engaged in hearing rather than driving or in the lying on the bed or something. If you can't turn on your video, that's understandable, but if you can, then that's a nice practice. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Okay, Prabhuji is here. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. It got disconnected because of some technical error. So I'm starting again with a topic which is from Madhurya Kadambini and the 9 steps of devotional service. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishvanath Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Śrīmad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschade Sādhanā. So when we talk about sadhana bhakti, so there are 3 types of bhakti which Vishvanath Thakur has mentioned in his book called Mādhurya Kadambini. So people sometimes think, what kind of bhakti I am doing? Does bhakti also have some types, or bhakti is of only one type? So bhakti is of 3 types. Broadly, if we understand, it's sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, and prema bhakti. So bhakti means, Srila Prabhupada has said, devotional service. So sadhana bhakti, we can say the sadhana bhakti means like we people are doing the bhakti, devotional service, under some rules and regulations called as sadhana bhakti. And the bhava bhakti, on the stage of bhava, Shraddha, then bhajan kriya, sadhu sang, anarth nivritti, ruchi, asakti, nishtha, bhav, and then comes prema. So bhava bhakti and the prema bhakti. Now we go in detail how to understand what is sadhana bhakti. There are two symptoms of sadhana bhakti. How can we understand that person is doing sadhana bhakti? So if somebody is actually doing chanting of the holy name, reading of the scriptures, hearing the shastras, following some spiritual master under the guidance of a senior Vaishnava, then the two things will appear in one person. First is called Klesha Agni. Klesha Agni means relief from the material problems. Material problems will stay there, but person will not take it to the head. One person will remain always free from the material problems. There will be no anxiety from material problem. Even great mishappenings happening in somebody's life will not impact much to the person. It means one is now involved in sadhana bhakti, and that is by klesha agni. Klesha means miseries. In Indian language, we say klesha. In klesha agni, like kleshas removed from the person's spiritual life. And another is shubhadha. Shubha means auspicious. Da means giver of the auspiciousness. One who is doing sadhana bhakti chanting of the holy name, the person will get auspicious things in life. Suddenly everything starts very auspicious. Whatever is happening is auspicious. Coming of devotees to the home, doing kirtan programs, we going in house programs, inviting devotees to our home, we going to devotees' home, always saying everybody is Hare Kṛṣṇa, eating prasadam. So this is that we are in sadhana bhakti. That is why the two symptoms, that klesha agni, that relief from the material problems, miseries, and another, everything is becoming auspicious now. So auspiciousness also sometimes means as that shubha means person is, how to understand that a person is really having auspiciousness. Person will full of truthfulness. He will always speak truth. Means now he is getting auspicious. Person will become very simple. Once somebody asked Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj, what do you mean by Vaishnavism? Maharaj says, simplicity is Vaishnavism. Then person asks, what is simplicity? Be like a child. You slap a child, child will go away. After 15 minutes, you give him some toffee or a chocolate, the person is again connected to you. That there is no problem. I'm so happy. Because he is a child or she is child. So person, when grow from child to adulthood, what grows? Not only our bodily features, but also our egos. And ego grows to such a level that we remember each and every word of someone criticized, abused, and we remember for many, many years, which gives us depression from inside, that I cannot retaliate at that particular time. Why that fellow behaved like this to me? How should I take revenge from him? Tit for tat, this and that. This happens when auspiciousness is not there. If sadhana bhakti is there, auspiciousness is there, person will have gravity in his words. Person will become very humble. Vidya dadati vinayam. The Veda says if somebody is really educated, he will get humility as a byproduct of education. Where we see people in the world are highly educated, but we rarely find people, those who have humility, the humbleness in their attitude, in their mood, in their talk, in their words. The person who is in auspiciousness will have compassion for living entities. Compassion not only means that we are not eating non-vegetarian food or we are not killing animals, we are not killing insects. Compassion also means that now we are focused on that everybody should become Krishna conscious. That is the real compassion. Vishvanath Thakur says, Sansara dava nalalila lokat. Everybody, everywhere there is, people are suffering because of miseries. There's a forest fire all around. So it's not about just this, we devotees keep singing Sansara dava nalalila lokat. It also means that we should save people from this davan, this forest fire, by giving them the shower of holy name, the shower of Harinam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The holy name brings the real the coolness in each and everybody's life. People stop thinking about all those miseries now because they have the power of holy name. Power of holy name. So the person who has auspiciousness, his heart will become full of gratitude. Gratitude for the people, those who made him learn various things in life, especially the spiritual path. Each and everything taught by person, the person will feel that, yes, I have to be grateful, full of gratitude towards my spiritual teachers. This shows, yes, person is now getting auspicious. And Klesha Agni means that now no sin remain in life. Ek Hari Naam Kare Sarva Paap Shaye. Only by chanting once the holy name, all the sinful life has come to an end. Now people will have only auspiciousness. So these are the two symptoms of sadhana bhakti: Klesha Agni, Shubhadha. Klesha Agni means free from material miseries, all sins are eradicated, and Shubhadha means all auspiciousness has arrived. We have become truthful, simple, humble, compassionate, full of gratitude, simplicity. Sadhana bhakti also takes away the five kinds of kleshas. It's a division of klesha agni. If we go in more detail, 5 types of sadhana bhakti takes away the klesha, the problems. First is one who starts chanting the holy name, then ignorance will go away from that person's life. Means this is called as avidya. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, Jader vidya maya ravartha. Jader vidya is also equal to avidya. Because Jad vidya cannot give you relief from material problems, material miseries. It can give you salary packages, it can give you money, it can give you good comfort, home, luxurious life. But still, people can purchase good bed, but they cannot purchase good sleep. Person can purchase good house, but he cannot bring relationships in that house. Person can make good food by good money, but cannot purchase digestion power from that money. So digestion power comes by the mercy of Krishna, because Krishna is the form of Jataragni staying in our udar, stomach. So when somebody has that, ignorance goes away, sadhana bhakti takes away that ignorance, avidya. Now when avidya goes away, person can easily differentiate between real and the non-real things. What is unreal, what is real. There is one real juice also comes in market. So we are not talking about the Tropicana or real juice. The real means the reality of life. When somebody starts behaving, easily you can identify this person's real person or this is unreal person. If you are doing rightly the holy name, there is one seminar called HNS, Holy Name Seminar. We people give holy name seminar, HNS. So one devotee was explaining, HNS means hum nahi sudhrenge. So HNS does not mean hum nahi sudhrenge. HNS means the holy name seminar. So the bhakti creeper, the seed can be purchased by the mercy of Guru. Brahmanda bhramite kona bhagyavana jiva, Guru Krishna kripa pave bhakti lata bija. That seed can be purchased by the mercy of Guru or Krishna. But how we will grow the creeper? That creeper goes larger and larger, larger and larger, and goes to the lotus feet of Krishna and Srimati Radharani. For increasing that seed to the creeper level, one needs to understand this 5 things. Avidya, ignorance will goes away. Person can easily identify what is real and what is unreal. Now we have to understand the difference between real and unreal. This material world is unreal. And the soul and the relationship of a soul to the super soul is real. But maximum time we spend in making the relationships which are unreal. And we rarely give our time in making a relationship which is real. And sometimes people say, he is my real brother. Though he is not going to be your real brother, because if he is your real brother, when you passes away, when you die and you goes into next body, is your brother coming up along with you into the path? No. So these relationships, like we went into a restaurant, everybody comes from a different background, different sector, sit together, different menus they ordered, everybody ate together in one AC room, appreciated. As whenever their diet is finished, their plate is finished, they goes back to their home. So this material world is like a restaurant. People come in our family with different mindsets, with different menus. Everybody has a different taste buds, their likings, their opinions. They come together, eat, and goes away. So when from restaurant people goes away, we never hold a hand and say, don't go, stay with me. I ordered dosa, you ordered dosa, we become friends. We never say like this. So the one has to understand what is real and unreal. This is called, now ignorance went away from my life. Now I'm not ignorant person. And if somebody cannot understand, has a lot of attachment with the family, my daughter, my son, my husband, my parents, my home, my property, me, my. Aham mameti, me and mine. So it means you are still living in a world which is unreal. This is ignorance. And sadhana bhakti takes away this avidya. Takes away this avidya. Second is asmita. Asmita. So asmita means false ego. So sadhana bhakti takes away the false ego. Takes away false ego. So there are two types of ego. One is true ego, another is false ego. True ego says, I am the servant of Krishna, eternal servant, not only for a few months, few weeks. Eternally I am servant of Krishna. This is true ego. And false ego, that I am owner of particular this product, this office, this company, this car, this house. Even I am owner of this body. This body belongs to me. This is my body. So the crude form of ahamta, mamta, me and mine, is called as asmita. And this happens only because of false ego. Till the time false ego goes away from our life, we can never grow in spiritual life actually. That is why Śrī Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajam mamekam sharanam vrajah aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshashyami ma shucha. 18th chapter, verse number 66, Krishna says, Sarva dharman. People keep asking, what do you mean by this Sarva dharman? We have to leave the religion called Christian religion, Islamic religion, Hindu religion, Sikh religion, and then we can surrender to Krishna. Krishna says, no, Sarva Dharman means the dharma which we have created from this body, that I am an owner of this particular property, I am having the master's bedroom, master's chair, master. So much of mentality we have that I want to control the world, I want to control each and everyone. And when people don't understand my thought and we say, you don't understand me. Why we say we don't understand me? Because we think this fellow has to understand what I think according to me, because I am a controller. So when you think that I am a controller, you want that everybody should do what you want to do, what you think that people should do. The people should behave the way you want to behave. This is false ego. And one who don't have any false ego, they say, okay, whatever is happening is by the will of God. If somebody misbehaves, you will say, thank you so much that you are misbehaving. Because of my previous karmas, prarabdha, you are misbehaving and eradicating my sinful life. Thank you. If somebody is appreciating you, you say it's all because of the mercy of Krishna. I have no qualities. Still people are appreciating. It is only because of Krishna. You, the credit goes to you or my Guru Maharaj or my Vaishnavas. If I have a quality, why that quality was not exhibited 10 years back? Why people are appreciating now? If the quality is by birth, why it was not exhibited 10 years back? Why now? Because this quality was not my product. This product is given by my senior Vaishnavas to me. Like when we give somebody a very beautiful gift on birthday, that gift belongs to that fellow. Similarly, my Vaishnavas by mercy, Srila Prabhupada by mercy, given me something, and now I can behave in that way. It does not mean that this thing belongs to me. It is not me. It is a credit given to my senior Vaishnavas. So this is asmita. So sadhana bhakti takes away the false ego asmita. Then third thing is called raga. Raga. Raga means lot of attachment. We become so attached to material happiness that we cannot think of anything happening which I have never planned. Like I sometimes ask people, can you imagine that in front of you, your children passes away? Can you think of? If sometime it happens, then also it becomes difficult for digesting this thing that my child goes away in front of parents. It's very difficult. If we take an example of Arjun, Krishna was present, and in front of Krishna, Abhimanyu passed away. Ever Arjun asked the question, even you are standing in front of me, how can my son passes away? Never raised the question. That is a kind of faith on Krishna. But because we have so much of rag towards this material world, we can never plan of. And that is why people don't like ISKCON people. Because ISKCON people talks about death on birthday also. People say it is a happy day. We should cut a cake. We should celebrate. And if we call Prabhuji from ISKCON, he talks about death. What kind of Prabhuji is or what kind of our devotees? Hey, you should talk about something very good. Some goody talk should happen on my birthday celebration. You're talking about now you are 20 years old. And people become fearful of ISKCON devotees. That people keep talking about death only. So once one person was asking me, you people are very pessimistic people. Listen to the motivational speaker, they make you optimistic. Optimistic means thinks everything positive. Pessimistic thing means we always think everything negative. So ISKCON people are pessimistic people. They talk about death, how long you're going to enjoy, live your enjoyment, leave this world, think about God. Pessimistic people. Hare Krishna has given this body, beautiful environment, luxuries, money. Enjoy. Why are you giving us a detailing about death, disease, old age? Okay, it will come on their time. Why to think right now? At least we can enjoy for a few years. Pessimistic people, ISKCON people. So I said, we are not optimistic people. I agree on this point. We are not pessimistic people also. Then who are you? I said, we are realistic people. Realistic means that death is going to happen, accept it now. Make your preparation. When person goes in class 8, 9, parents start telling, soon you are going to face board examinations, prepare. Soon you are going to face your competitive examination in 12th, 11th, prepare. Oh, you're talking about board examinations? So pessimistic people. Hare, we are in just 8th class. Let us enjoy. But parents say, no. This is not pessimism. This is realistic. They need to understand. Soon after 2 years, they're going to face board examinations. So they should prepare. And that is what we are doing. We are not saying that you die tomorrow. We are saying if you die tomorrow, are you prepared? So we are realistic people. Pigeon has a tendency when cat pounces on a pigeon, pigeon closes eyes and thinks, I am not seeing cat, so how cat can kill me? If I am not seeing cat, how cat can kill me? So people, those who don't talk about death, does not death come to them? One doctor was saying, we people are the God. When Corona was there, hospitals were working and the temples were closed. We people are God. I said, why? We gave lives. We gave lives. He said, okay, Prabhu, cool. You gave lives. And who gave death? He said, death given by God. I go, wow, wow, wow. Credit of lives taken by you, and the discredit for death is not taken by you. It is been blamed on God. Why? If your medicine can save somebody's life, it means some of your medicines is giving death to also someone. If your medicine has that power that you can give life, why people are dying? Because you cannot save person. You cannot give life to people. In his destiny, it was written, he will survive. With your medicine, you are used as an instrument by God. Don't take your credit. You're not God. You can be a representative of God, but you can never become God. Then that fellow got some thoughts, okay, I am not God. So because of rag, so much of attachment to this material world, people only think about material happiness. They cannot think about any misery. And the soon miseries comes, they become depressed. They are ready to take suicides. I'm going to lose my life. In last 2 years, 2.5 years, I received so many counseling calls where educated people working in a highly branded organization, highly professionals, staying in abroad, and still they are calling me that I want to do suicide because I cannot face the word. I asked, what happened? Then that fellow was saying, I applied for one competitive examination, but I could not get through last 7 years. So that is why I cannot face my children. They will say, you cannot pass one examination and you going to teach us? How will I face my children? Because I cannot face, it's better I should suicide. So there are various ways people had identified for killing themselves, ending up their life. But they never think that this place is called as Dukhalayam Ashashvatam, place of material miseries. How can we find happiness? And people, those who are thinking of happiness or finding happiness, they're actually in ignorance. They're in avidya. They're in raga through this world. So raga to be done to Krishna instead of to this world. Attachment to devotees, not to this material world. Dovetail your raga, your attachment to Krishna instead of this material world. And then fourth is dvesha, enviousness or hatred. One who gives us pain, problems, we become automatically envious or we develop hatred toward that person. He has given me pain. If we have power, we reply back with that same power or more than that power. Okay, now I will show you who am I. You have taken revenge to whom? Now you will see my power. This is dvesha. This is symptom of material world. Hatred, enviousness. Even Duryodhan was on such a level of hatred that once one of his servant was holding an umbrella in summer season. And Duryodhan asked, why are you holding this umbrella on top of me? The servant said, Maharaj, so that I can save you from this scorching heat. Duryodhan said, I cannot tolerate anybody above me, not even my umbrella. So kind of hatred, the kind of dvesha, the kind of enviousness that cannot accept the umbrella also on top of me. I am the leader, I am the top, I am the best. And these kind of people plan to give pain and sorrow. That is why Duryodhan planned to give pain and sorrow to Pandavas. that I cannot give you land, I cannot give you even the point of needle, that kind of space I'm not going to give you. If you want to stand even, you have to fight with me. And then in fight, I will show you who am I. This is Dvesha. Once one person was meditating to Krishna, and then Krishna, because of his chanting and meditation, became happy from that fact. And Krishna appeared from his deity and said, okay, now you can ask me. I am going to give you boon. The fellow said, it's a long list, Prabhu. I want to ask from you. I have read a verse in Bhāgavatam. You said, Akama, Sarvakama, Mokshakama, Udaradi, Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yayet Purusham Param. That you can fulfill all the Sarvakamas, all my desires. So Krishna, now fulfill my desire. Krishna says, I am going to fulfill your desire, but there is one terms and condition. What I am going to give you, I am going to give twice, double to your neighbor, to your friends, your colleagues. Then that fellow becomes depressed. Then what is the use of fulfilling my desire? Because I want to fulfill my desire to show off to people, those who are envious of me, jealous of me, that you have this car, I have this car. You have this flat, I have this flat. So I am going to show them. And if you don't going to understand, if you're going to give double to my, if you're going to give double to my neighbors, how can I become happy? Then Krishna said, okay, that is terms and condition. I cannot do anything. If you want something, you can accept. Then fellow said, okay, then now don't change your terms and condition. Krishna said, yes, I am not going to change. Okay. He said, prick one of my eye. Take away one of my eyeball. Krishna said, what are you saying? Yes. You take away one my eye, and then you have to take two eyes of my neighbor, my friends, my colleagues. They will become blind, and I will become happy. So now he wants sorrow, pain, but he is happy that other people are getting double pain, double sorrow. This is material. This is mentality, human mentality. I cannot bear happiness that, okay, I get some happiness, friends get double happiness, okay. But it's like, I get hatred, I get problem, you get double problem, I am more happy than that. So I forget my problem because my neighbor is getting double problem. And fifth is called abhinivesha. Abhinivesh. Abhinivesh means too much of contemplation. Only thinking of bodily happiness, pleasures, sensual pleasures, arriving from the skin. If somebody thinks of sensual pleasure only all the time, contemplating lot of happiness. Before somebody cooks food, he contemplates the taste of that food. Ah, maza aa gaya. You have not started cooking even. Because you're contemplating, saliva starts flowing from your mouth because of contemplation. When person sees something very pleasurable, before you achieve, before you get that thing in your life, you contemplate in your mind and you get that happiness. And people are so much attached. Srila Prabhupada used to tell a story. There was one oil seller. He used to sell oil pots. So once he was making one pot full of oil, mustard oil, and selling in market, he was going. So he was carrying one rod, and there were two pots hanging, one on the front side, one another on the back side, full of oil, big pots full of oil. And he was going to sell into the market from village. Suddenly, he starts contemplating, abhinivesha. He starts contemplating, if I marry a beautiful girl, I can have a sensual, pleasurable life. And then my wife will also carry two pots then we will sell 4 pots every day. Lot of money will come. Then because we both are attracted to each other, we will have 2 children. We will have 2 children. One younger one, another older one. Older one must be very sincere, but the younger one very naughty. And the younger one will create some problem to the older one. And the older one will complain to the mother, "Mother, he is creating problem to me." And then mother will angry on both of them. And I will say, "Don't get angry, don't get angry." Then again the same complaint after 5 minutes, again the same. After 3 complaints, continuous complaints, I will become angry. I will take out my bamboo stick and I will struck both of them. I will give them good class. I will take their class. I will beat both of them. And in this contemplation, he was banging, beating all the pots, cracking, and the oil was flowing on the ground. One sadhu was going and he asked, "Prabhu, Prabhu, come to your consciousness. Whom you are beating? Whom you are shouting on? Where is your wife? Where is your children?" He said, "Oh, yes. There's no children, no wife. I was just daydreaming, contemplating that it will happen, it will happen, it will happen. This is called bodily pleasures, abhinivesha. So sadhana bhakti takes away these 5 things: avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha. If you chant sincerely the holy name, if you read sincerely the scriptures, if you hear sincerely the shastras, these 5 things of klesha agni will go away from your life. So klesha agni also klesha agni says that klesha agni is made up of 4 kind of sins in our life. 4 kind of sin, which is called as aprarabdham, prarabdham, kutam, bijam. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also covers this point. Klesha agni and kutam, bijam, prarabdham. In Nectar of Devotion, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Prabhupada has given. Rupa Goswami has explained. And from that, Srila Vishvanath Thakur has taken a leap of explanation, very detailed explanation. So there is a shloka in Padma Puran which says, "Aprarabdham phalam papam kutam bijam phalonmukha shramaneva priyate Vishnur bhakti rata atmajam." One who is doing Vishnu bhakti, kramana eva hi pralayate. In sequence, these 4 things, 4 type of sin goes away from your life. Now we understand what are these 4 sins. First is prarabdha papam. Prarabdha. It is a general term known by people. Prarabdha, my past life karmas, prarabdha. But these 3 terms are not very rarely known to people. Aprarabdham, kutam, bijam, phalonmukham. So whatever we have done in our past life, good or bad, it is called as sanchit karma. Sanchit means accumulated karma. Like when somebody works for a month, he accumulates salary from particular office. Accumulation. Sanchita karma. So in our past life, past lives, not only life, past lives, many lives, whatever we have done, that is accumulated. It's called, when we get the interest of, we have invested some principal amount of sin or good work, pious activities or sinful activities. Now we going to get the result as an interest from that principal amount, called as prarabdha papam phalaha. So even the good karmas are called as prarabdha. Prarabdha does not only mean the bad results. If you got a car, gift from a company, you cannot say it is because of my hard work. It is also prarabdha phalam. Past, you have done some good, you are getting a result as prarabdha. You have done something bad, say the same day you purchased a car, you met with an accident. Same day. You took a delivery from a showroom, going back to your home, in between, You met with an accident. Whole car damaged. Now, why did it happen? Because of negligence? No. Prarabdha. You cannot blame anyone. And our prarabdha are the sin or the good karmas which we have done, but still have not become fruits. So unfructified seeds called as aprarabdha that have not become fruits, unfructified. Then comes kutam, kutam papa, kutam, or we can call it as ruda papa, sukshma papa. Sukshma papa means small sins we do in ignorance, unknowingly. We do so many sins every day. Sukshma papa. So the seed converted into a sapling, called as kutam papam, a ruda papam or a suksha papam, because now the seed was sown of sin, fructified as a sapling, called as kutam papam. And fourth is bija papam, bijam or bijam papam. Bijam papam is also called as Vasanamaya papa. Vasanamaya papa. So Vasanamaya papa means that sapling has grown into a tree, but there is no fruits till now. There is no fruits. And sometimes we can understand that Bijam papam also means it stays on the pravarti area, means on our mental platform, these sinful activities remains. Tendency to do the sin called as bija papam. Bij is there, a tendency is there. By chanting the holy name, you can remove your sin, but the bij, the tendency of doing the sin stays. Bijam papam, vasana my papam. Vasana is there to do the sin. Okay, I stopped eating non-vegetarian food because I joined ISKCON. But tendency will be there. When you pass by a non-vegetarian shop or you see somebody eating, you will from inside will feel, if I have not joined ISKCON, I could have relished this. So it's bijam papam, vasana my papam. So these four kind of sin, aprarabdham, kutam, bijam, and prarabdha. Prarabdha are the fruits which we get anytime we are going under a tree. Suddenly the apple falls down on my hand. I say, from where did it came? There was seed sown, sapling grown, converted into a tree. After a lot of water sown, now the fruits are coming. So you have sown a seed in which life you don't know, but now you're getting it as a result of sin or a good work done in which life you never know. Now you're getting a result. It's called prarabdha. So the bhakti lata grows of a person called as bhakti creeper. From seed, the bhakti creeper grows. The bhakti lata grows and goes to Thakurji, Krishna, and Golok Vrindavan Dham. Need to take a lot of care. So the most important thing in Bhakti Lata Bij is Shraddha. The foundation of Bhakti Lata Bij is Shraddha. Today in morning class also I was discussing Ashratadhana Purushaha Dharmasyasya Parantapaha. One who is Ashraddhavan, faithless person, can never grow in Bhakti. You need to have faith in holy name, faith in scriptures, faith in the Guru Vani, faith in Vaishnavani, lot of faith. Then only you can grow. Otherwise, Mrityu Sansara Vartamani, you have to come back to this material world again and again if your faith is not there. So Shraddha is the foundation of Bhakti Creeper. Krishna Bhajan hai sabhi adhikari. Chaitanya-caritāmṛta says, Krishna Bhajan hai sabhi adhikari. Everybody can chant the holy name. You cannot berate anyone that you cannot chant, you are a low caste man. No, everybody, male, female, Shudra, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vanprasthi, Sannyasi, Grastha, 4 Varnas, 4 ashram, Any caste, any color, any creed, any country, anyone can chant. Krishna bhajan hai sabhi adhikari, kiva vipra, kiva shudra, kiva purush nari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, kiva vipra can be a very learned person. Vipra means Ved Patet Vavet Vipraha. He is a Vipra, he is a learned, scholarly man. Kiva Vipraha, Kiva Shudra, he is ignorant person. Kiva Shudra. Kiva Pashu Nari, Purush Nari. He can be a Purush or can be a Nari, can be a female or can be a male. Everybody has Adhikar. Krishna Bhajan hai, Sabhi Adhikari. Everybody has get that authority by Krishna to chant the holy name. But problem comes, Shraddhavan jan hai, Bhakti Adhikari. Bhakti Adhikari, everybody cannot get the Bhakti Adhikar. Everybody can get the Bhajan Adhikar. Now you understand the two things, Bhajan Adhikar and a Bhakti Adhikar. Bhajan Adhikar is Krishna Bhajan hai, Sabhi Adhikari. Kiva Vipra, Kiva Shudra, Kiva Purush Nari. Everybody can chant. But Shraddhavan jan hai, Bhakti Adhikari. Only the faithful people have the Bhakti Adhikar. This terminology explained by Shri Vishvanath Chakravarti Thakur need to understand. What is Bhakti Adhikar? When initiations are given in ISKCON, then the spiritual master says, now from now your name will be Krishna Das Adhikari. So sometimes people wonder, Adhikari means now I am become some authorized person to criticize someone or to point out someone. Now I have grown up in Bhakti, now I am a teacher. I have got initiated as Adhikari. But once I asked one Maharaj, what does this mean by Krishna Das? That I understand that I am servant of Krishna. What is this Adhikari? Then that Maharaj explained me, Adhikari means by the mercy of Guru Maharaj, he has connected you to Guru Parampara. Now you can have Bhakti Adhikar. The more you pay sincerity, surrender, the more Bhakti you can purchase in your life. More Bhakti. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj says, you have to pay EMI of patience and tolerance for purchasing Bhakti. Tolerance and patience. More tolerance, more patience, more humility, you can purchase Bhakti. So Shraddhavan jan hai Bhakti Adhikari. So we need Shraddha in each and every field of life. We talk about Gyan Kand, Karma Kand, or Yagya, Yoga. Even in yoga, you need to have Shraddha that my spiritual master is teaching me correctly to put your leg here, to put your feet here, to put your hand like this. If you don't have faith, you will not do. I will get crumbs. I am not going to do it. Once one person was following television, because nowadays of social media, people think I can learn anything from television. So I don't need any guru. YouTube channel, Zindabad. So I have YouTube channel, I can learn anything. Person even thinks of I can learn swimming by YouTube. So from where did you get the water? I will lie on my bed and I will float like this. Once I learn, then I will go in pool. So this is murkhta, stupidity. You cannot learn everything from social media. You need to have the mercy of spiritual master. So one yoga teacher was teaching, take your leg like this straight. Person did the leg straight. Do your leg like this straight. Then put your leg behind your shoulder. He put his first one leg behind. Put your other leg behind your shoulder. He put the other leg behind the shoulder. Now he is in octopus shape. And suddenly, written on the television channel, next part tomorrow. So the person was crying in tears. Tell me how to take it out from the kind of shape I am in octopus shape. If he is a physical person, physical guru, he can ask, sir, I am feeling pain, how to come out, how to take out this, I cannot do it. You need personalized guidance from someone. Everything cannot be taught by YouTube or videos or everything. This is crazy mentality of nowadays that I can learn anything from social media. It's not like that. Emotions plays the most important part. And in any guidance, you need person who has emotions, emotionally attached to you. If you are not emotionally attached, the person doesn't not know you or you don't know him, guidance will not flow, bhakti will not flow. In every field you need Shraddha. Foundation is faith. So there are 4 types of Shraddha taught by Srila Vishvanath Thakur. First is called as Tamoguni Shraddha. Tamoguni Shraddha. Tamoguni Shraddha is the faith for irreligious activities. People have a lot of faith on irreligious things. मैं साधु नहीं बनना चाहता हूं, मुझे साधु से दूर रखो. I just want to be irreligious. I can go in water sports. I can drink alcohol late night. I can go for party. I have a lot of faith. Friends, parties, so many money. This is called Tamoguni Shraddha. This is also faith, but this is Tamoguni faith, Tamoguni Shraddha. Then person has faith on pious activities, karma kand. If I do havan of Pandit ji, my home will become auspicious. If I do a puja for Mangal Dosh, my life will become auspicious. This is karma kand kevala vishaya bhand, Chaitanya says. Full of vishaya, lusterious topics. So pious activities done to get fruitive result, this faith is called as Rajoguni Shraddha. Then comes Satoguni Shraddha. When someone is doing spiritual activities with lot of faith, spiritual activities means going to Krishna temple, offering Peda Prashadam to the Lord, Krishna Balaram, waiting to get my box again back so that I can also relish Prashadam. I am giving garland to Krishna, and before my garland goes to Krishna's neck, devotees start asking, Prabhuji, give my garland, give me garland. I want more than what I am giving to Krishna. So people have faith to Krishna, that is okay. People can purchase Bhagavad Gita from bookshop, people can purchase Peda, but they are Eda people actually. They need more than what they are giving to Krishna. This is called Satoguni Shraddha. This is also faith on a better platform than Tamoguni and Rajoguni Shraddha, but it is also, it is into the material modes of material nature. And the last Shraddha is called Nirguna Shraddha. Above 3 modes of material nature, Nirguna Shraddha, which is devotional Shraddha, where you don't need anything back from Krishna. Krishna, take every single pore of my life in your service. I don't need anything back from you. This is called Nirguna Shraddha, which is not connected with any kind of material modes of material nature. Modes of material nature. Tri-gunatit Krishna, Tri-gunatit Shraddha, Nirguna Shraddha. Now, Nirguna Shraddha is also of 2 types. You will be wondering where I am taking you. Actually, Vishvanath Chakravarti Thakur has taken us to that path. I am just repeating like a parrot. So, Nirguna Shraddha is also of 2 types. First is that believing on scriptures related to bhakti. Prabhuji, I don't want anything from Krishna. Actually, I believe on Shastras. I can never leave Bhagavad Gita, the path of Bhagavad Gita. I can never leave holy name. I can never leave anything. I have lot of belief on Bhagavad Gita. Lot of belief. I have read 20 times Bhagavad Gita. I have lot of belief on Bhagavad Gita. Nirguna Shraddha, but on belief part. But when the situation comes, Krishna says, when your sensory objects are all around, and then you can stay away from sensory pleasure, then you are real devotee. When the sensory objects are all around and you slip away enjoying the sensory pleasure, you are not on a perfect platform of devotion life. So that fellow will fall into the category of believe on system, believe on Shastras, believe on Krishna, Nirgun Shraddha, but still implementation level he is failing. So one who has faith on the Shastras, but still he has lot of faith on application also, that I'm not going to break my rules and regulations. I'm going to live my life with all these vows which I have taken from the Shastras, from my spiritual master. That is acting on the scriptures, instructions, and with enthusiasm, lot of enthusiasm. It's not only that I'm implementing for the sake of implementing, I'm implementing with lot of faith, with enthusiasm also inside. Ussahat, Nishchat, Dhairyat, Tattat Karma Pravartanat, Rupa Goswami says. So Shraddha actually has two components. Shraddha is made up of two components. Two components make Shraddha. Like when we make some vegetables, sabzi, aloo, and tomato. Potato and tomato make sabzi. So the two components make Shraddha complete. First is called as Subhaviki Shraddha, natural, accepting by hearing from devotees. Subhaviki Shraddha. I heard something, believe on that, implement it. Like Rukmani Mata heard the glories of Śrī Krishna from a Brahmin person. Somebody says that he was Vishvamitra in some scriptures. Vishvamitra took a birth as Brahmin, and Vishvamitra went from Rukmani's palace in Kaundinyapur to Dwarka, taking a letter, love letter, the first love letter of Rukmani to Krishna. So Krishna heard, accepting by hearing from devotee. So when we give classes, we find some people that they say, Prabhuji, I don't know anything what you are saying. I cannot understand. It is achintya. It is unbelievable for me, but I believe on your words. I believe on your enthusiasm. So this is Subhaviki Shraddha. We find many people which have Subhaviki Shraddha. They get connected to Prabhuji's or Mataji's and then follow the path of Bhakti. And second Shraddha component is Balat Utpadiki Shraddha. Balat Utpadiki Shraddha means forced. Balat Utpadiki means a lot of force being given, introduced on that person. Prabhu, why don't you chant Hare Kṛṣṇa? Your life is going in vain. You have to chant. I don't have time. He will respond. You will say, no, you don't have time. You have to find out time, 2 hours out of 24 hours. You have to chant. That Shraddha is introduced by other person's Subhaviki Shraddha called as Balat Utpadiki Shraddha. This is complete component. So we have some type of faith we have which is natural and some which is forced. So forced is called as Balat Utpadiki Shraddha and natural is called as Subhaviki Shraddha. It's Subhavik, natural. I accept by hearing it. So people when hear pastimes of scriptures, they ask, do you really believe what you are saying? Do you really believe? So they have Shakki Shraddha. So they also come to temple, they sit down, they bow, they pay obeisances, they eat prasad, but they have Shak. What you are saying, Prabhuji, it is good, but is it true? It is written somewhere. This is Shraddha is there, but it is Shakki Shraddha. Question mark. Questionable faith. Or you can say it as Komal Shraddha. Very soft, Komal Shraddha. And Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kaila Sudrada Nishchaya Krishna Bhakti Kaila Sarva Karma Krita Haya. Sarva Karma Krita Haya. In Krishna Bhakti, everything will automatically appear. But you have to have only one thing. Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kaila Sudrada Nishchaya. You need to be determined on faith. Krishna Bhakti Kaila, that I will do Krishna Bhakti. Only by doing Krishna Bhakti, Sarva Karma Krita Hai. Everything will appear automatically. I just need to do Krishna Bhakti. Only have to please Krishna. So faith can save you from various difficulties in life. So If you have the faith, Shraddha on Krishna's words spoken by devotees, and then you have faith on devotees, you can easily grow in devotional life actually. So this Shraddha, from Komal Shraddha to Paripak Shraddha, means the strong devotion. How can you make? People ask, okay, I have Komal Shraddha, Prabhuji, but I want to make my Shraddha very determined, very strong. How can I make it? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explaining, you can make it by meeting people, those have Shraddha on such an Paripak star, very fructified faith. Like if somebody is having loss in business, he applied many ways but still having loss. Then he goes to person who is successful in business. And then he asks, now you tell me how I can grow my business. Once one reporter went to one very successful businessman. He said, sir, can you tell me the success mantra of your business? He says, yes, 2 words I will speak. Right choice, 2 words. She says, wonderful, sir, wonderful. You made right choices. That is why you're successful. Great. How could you make the right choices? What is the source of right choices? He said, 1 word, experience. My experience. She said, wonderful, sir, wonderful. Your experience made you reach to the right choices. Then she asked, how did you get the experience? What is the source of that experience? He said, 2 words. He said that wrong choices. I choose wrong. I got an experience. From experience, I learned to get the right choices. So actually, this is life. You learn from your failures. So failures teaches you a lot of things. In personal life, whenever I get failure, I always think, what is in it for me actually? What Krishna has planned for me? What I have to learn from this failure? And then I have to bounce back. Again, I have to come up in spiritual life with more enthusiasm, more valor, and I have to please Krishna. Again, I will fall. Again, I have to learn. Each and every time you have to learn. There was one donkey in a village, and donkey used to cry whole night, calling, growling, a lot of noises he used to create. People said, why can't we kill that donkey? So the mukhya of that village said, no, we can't kill an animal like this. It will be against an animal act. It will be against, people will be caught behind the bars. Then they planned that we will throw this donkey in a blind well where there is no water, and then we will put mud inside over the donkey. The donkey will be it will be a graveyard of our donkey. So they bought a lot of mud from the riverside and from various farms, created a heap of mud, and the donkey was wrapped around and thrown inside the well, and he was shouting, and they started pouring mud on that donkey. Now everybody was thinking, now this well will be called as a graveyard of donkey. But every time they used to throw mud, the donkey used to scrub it out, like pets do or the animal do, scrub out all the mud. The mud used to go settle down on the feet, and he comes a step ahead. Then again, 1 bucket of mud, then scrub it out, then again 1 step ahead. And slowly, gradually, the donkey came on the top of the well. Now people understood that we cannot kill this donkey. He's very intelligent. He's not donkey. Actually, he's not donkey. People say he's donkey. Actually, he's not donkey. He's intelligent. So similarly, when people around in the society wants to create your graveyard, pouring a lot of mud on you, don't think that this mud I am degrading. Think it is a step ahead. I want to go on top more and more. So this can happen only by sadhu sangha. Meet people, those who motivate you. Meet people, those who are like-minded devotees. Meet people, those who do sajatiya sangha. Don't meet with people, those who degrade or demotivate. Don't talk to that people. Ignore them. Respect them, but don't meet them, don't associate with them. So we say, respect everyone, associate with few, and follow one. This is a standard rule, that respect each and everyone from any society, any varna, any ashram. Respect everyone. Associate with very few people, like-minded people, and follow one person who motivates you. Don't follow everyone. So this is a system actually. Tasmad guru prapadhyante jigyasu shreya uttamam. Tasmad guru prapadhyante, and that is why we need guru, on whose surrender, on whose shelter we can grow. Shabda ghare cha nishnātam brahma ashrutam. They say that if you have faith on the words, Shrotaya Pantha, you hear the words, you have faith on those words, you can grow in your spiritual life. So Sajatiya Sangh is very important. In the association of Guru and the God does, you can grow actually. So after Shraddha comes Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivritti. Again, it need to be go in very much detail, but today I have talked mainly on Kleshagani Sadhana Bhakti and the Shraddha part of this beautiful book called Madhurya, Kadambini. And whatever I have said is by the mercy of Srila Vishvanath Thakur. Soon I'm going to start in June an online session on Mana Siksha, the training to your mind. So if anybody interested, they can join that session from ISKCON's Bhāgavata-sevayā, how to train your mind. So in that, we are going to discuss Raghunath Das Goswami's Mana Siksha, especially. So I am really sorry if I have hurt anybody's emotions or I have said anything wrong. And you people are good devotees, will forgive me for my any wrong words spoken unknowingly. Thank you so much, Shobhilas going through, for giving me opportunity to speak today.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, thank you so much for this such wonderful nectarian fast and going through so many layers of sadhana bhakti and going deeper and deeper into the klesha agni and shraddha. So very, very grateful for this wonderful presentation from the great Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. Thank you so much. So do we have time for a few comments or questions?
We can take, Prabhuji, one or two questions. Welcome.
Sure, Prabhuji. So if anyone has a comment or a question, you can please raise your hand and Prabhuji will be happy to answer your question. So I see Sudhir Prabhu and Ajit Prabhu. Ajit Prabhu want to go first and then Sudhir Prabhu can go next.
Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhuji, Janal Pradam. Prabhuji, it is always relishing to hear your lectures and it was really great to hear this. So it has been our great fortune to hear you so many times. Prabhuji, you were talking about the 4 types of Shraddhas and then you told Tamoguni, Rajoguni, Satoguni and devotional Shraddha. And then you further elaborated this, that Nirgun Shraddha into 4 parts. Can you just please repeat that? Because I think I missed something in between. So you said that
Actually,
one is...
Nirgun Shraddha is of 2 types. The first is that believing on scriptures but not implementing it. And the second one is that I am believing also on the scriptures and the Guru Vani, Vaishnav Vani, and also acting, implementing in my personal life. And that is more fruitful and with enthusiasm I am doing it, not only for the sake of doing it. And the Shraddha, I talked about the 2 components made Shraddha, the Subhaviki Shraddha and Balat Utpadhiki Shraddha. So that are of 2 types of Shraddha I talked about.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Prabhu, can you also clarify a little bit about the 4 types of sins? I think the connection was a little not proper. I couldn't properly get. If you can elaborate. Bijam, Kutam.
Oh, acha, sins. Okay. Elaborate. Okay. So we talked about Prarabdha Papam, Aprarabdha Papam, Kutam, and Bijam. So Prarabdha Papam means this is sin or pious activities done in past life and resulting in my present life. Like I'm going under a tree and suddenly the apple falls in my lap. I am surprised from where this apple is coming. Actually, it is somebody has sometime have sown a seed, grown into a sapling, went into a very beautiful tree, and now the fruits are coming. So when we get a fruits called prarabdha, can be pious or sinful. Then aprarabdha are unfructified seeds, that it is only on the level of a tree, but there is no fruit till now. So that is aprarabdha. There is no fruit, unfructified. It is still on a level of that seeds are in the refrigerator or a packet, still not sown, or that the tree is inside the seed, but it is not taken out. The seed is seed having a tree inside. That is the mercy of Krishna, that Krishna gives tree inside a seed. And that is why when we go sow seed, the tree comes out from a seed. So Krishna's planning is that seed inside the tree is inside the seed. So tree is not there, still the seed is there. It is not it is not fructified. It is not made into sapling or a tree. It is called apara. Then kutam is a rude pap or a sukshma pap, which is like in the form of a seed. I have sown a seed and sapling has came out. A very small sapling, a small sapling is there. So this is called as kutam. And the bijam, though the word says as bijam should be the bij, but in Shastras, bijam means that it has grown to a tree level, but has not given any fruits till now. So the seed came into a sapling called kutam, sapling into a tree called bijam, and then fruit is called as prarabdha. So bijam also means on the tendency level, the sins are there. Prabhupada used to say that by chanting the name, we eradicate all our sins done in our past life. But every day unknowingly we are doing so many sins. So that is called, till the time tendency does not goes away, we are going to do sins again and again. So we have to work on tendency part and remove all those sins in our from our tendency side actually. This is what it is.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So this kutam is the first, then bijam, then aprarabdha, then prarabdha. Is that correct?
Aprarabdha is the first one actually. Aprarabdha is a seed which is in a packet, tree is inside, but has not till sown. It is not sown into the mud actually. So when we purchase, if you do farming or tulsi seeds, you bring a packet having seeds inside, and that packet is kept in a refrigerator. It is called aprarabdha. You take out a seed, you sow into a pot called as kutam. And now sapling has started coming. Now the whole plant is there called as bijam. And from that bijam, the petals are coming, flowers are coming, or the fruits are coming called as prarabdha.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for clarifying. This is wonderful. Yes, Sudhir Prabhu, you have to ask your question, please.
Hare Kṛṣṇa, Prabhuji, and Pranam to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your wonderful explanation. As always, you take us much deeper, and very glad, Prabhuji. So you explained the sadhana bhakti, you explained the bhavana, prema, and that is very... Prabhuji, so you also mentioned about bhajana adhikari and bhakti adhikari, right, Prabhuji? So what I understood is bhajana adhikari is like you do practicing devotees, but not pure yet, right? But bhakti adhikari is you are practicing, but with faith and devotion, but not having any
relishing.
Sorry, Prabhuji.
Relishing. You are doing bhajan,
relishing.
but you are not relishing it. So once you start relishing, you can relish something only by the adhikar, the authority given by from the authorities, GBC or Guru, the spiritual master actually. So when your spiritual master or senior Vaishnava mercy on you, so Bhakti Maharani, if you go on the first chapter of Madhurya Kadambini, says that Bhakti Maharani is independent in nature. Bhakti Marana is not dependent on anything, not on any standards that if somebody chants 16 rounds, follow 4 principles or this, and Bhakti will arrive. No. Bhakti is totally independent in nature. It can come to anyone. Like Jatayu has not done any principle or standard followed, but because he served so nicely Sita Maharani, that automatically Ramchandra gave all the devotional practice, all the devotional mercy on Jatayu, which even Dashrath cannot get the last criminational ceremony which Jatayu achieved. Shabri Mata get the mercy from his Guru Maharaj Matanga Rishi. So we can see that Bhakti Marani is a whole soul property of Bhaktas. And when Bhakta become happy from you or someone serving that Bhakta, automatically without blessing this pose or giving some benediction, automatically Bhakti Marani runs from the heart of Bhakta and get inside the bhakti of the person serving to that Vaishnava. So Bhakti is independent in nature. So Adhikar means now we have started serving to a Vaishnava while chanting. We are also doing some practical service to spiritual master. Spiritual master or the Vaishnava whom I am serving becomes pleased with my services. So I was chanting previously also, but now I'm starting relishing it because now I've got Adhikar from the senior Vaishnava.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thanks for clarifying. Always amazing, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, Jatin Prabhu, maybe you can go and ask your question, please.
Jatin Vadva Prabhu, I cannot hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now, Prabhuji?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam. I've got a couple of questions. The first one is, what is the level of Shraddha for preaching? I mean, if somebody wants to preach, he should definitely need to reach a level of Shraddha so that he can influence others.
Shraddha means that Shraddha on the words of Acharya, Shraddha on your Shastras. You should have a lot of faith on the books written by Srila Prabhupada. If there is something which you cannot understand, you cannot say this is wrong or you can raise a doubt on it. Like there is a question people generally ask. Subhadra being the sister of Krishna and Arjuna being the brother of Krishna, like Kunti Maharani was the maternal aunt. So how can brother sister can get married? This is questioning Acharyas, Krishna. When it is written, you have to accept it. That kind of faith we need to understand that whatever is written, you have to accept. Like when Prabhupada went in America and Prabhupada says that sun is closer and moon is far away from us. People, those who have a scientific or logical mindset, or scientific people, those who have studied in school, colleges, that sun is very far and the moon is closer to the earth planet, they started raising questions on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And the people, those who have lack of faith on their scriptures or their Acharya's Vani, how can they preach to others? Because they still have some the blankness or some the emptiness still in their heart. So when you have 100% faith on the words that I cannot understand because of lack of my knowledge or my understanding, actually the Shastras is correct. So I have to go to someone who can clarify my doubt. That is okay. But I cannot raise a doubt on Acharyas or the Shastras.
Okay. Okay. And Prabhuji, what can be done to please Vaishnavas and spiritual master or Vaishnavas? Like I read that there are 3 things: Name Ruchi, Jivadaya, Vaishnav Seva. So what can be done to actually do Vaishnav Seva on a regular basis?
Like Vaishnav Seva can be any Seva. Seva can be in any form. Tan, Man and Dhan. It can be done by physical service. It can be done by mental service. It can be done by some monetary service. Okay. So service which pleases the person, for that we need to understand the mood of that person. Okay. Mood of that person. If you read our Shastras in Mangala Charan, everywhere it is written Manobhishtam. Om Ajnanam Timrandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Śrī Caitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale. Manobhishtam means understanding the mood of our spiritual master or a Vaishnava. Like Srila Prabhupada used to say, if Vaishnav come to your home and he asks, can I get a glass of water? The person serving say, Prabhu, you are getting weaker day by day. Why don't you take milk? Milk have water content also. You should take milk. Vaishnava is saying, I need water, and you are giving milk. Though he needs what, the milk will not please him, the water will please him. So we need to understand the mood of the person asking, and then you serve, he become pleased, automatically you will get bhakti in your heart. Because that is Svabhaviki Shraddha. Svabhaviki, from your heart, it will go into the other's heart. So it cannot be like, according to me, actually, what I have to do, I'm doing it. Vaishnava wants to sleep on a floor. He will say that I will arrange some good thing for you. So that will be forced service. Actually, you need to understand the mood of someone. If you can help, be like Srila Prabhupada used to say, I am writing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. If you people can help me distribute, it will be equivalent to your writing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. You are serving Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So people were not writing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So Prabhupada wanted to distribute Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Now, person who can distribute books Bhagavatam and can involve somebody else into Srila Prabhupada mission, Prabhupada will be getting pleased automatically. But we will say, no, I will not going to give Bhagavatam. I will not going to give book. Actually, I have to do this according to me. So according to me is a problematic thing. So for that, every individual Vaishnava, there is no standard rule that this Vaishnava will become happy by this. Every Vaishnava has different requirements in life. Right. Some Vaishnava needs a monetary requirement. Some Vaishnava needs a physical requirement. Some Vaishnava needs a mental requirement that you can share your thoughts with someone. So every Vaishnava individual is different. And if you can help or serve that fellow in that, automatically he will become pleased.
Okay.
So
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you, Chaitanya Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This one last question by Bhaswati Mataji, please.
Dhanavad Pranam, Prabhuji. Very inspiring. Hare Kṛṣṇa. Prabhuji, I have few points to mention. As you said that mind is our biggest enemy. Even if we think something which is not conducive for bhakti, still we are making sins. So that's what, like, Prabhuji, it's like it's stuck on my head. Like if I'm thinking something, maybe I'm not telling anything, but I'm thinking, but still I'm making sins. So thank you, Prabhuji, for clarifying this. And the second, this is my realization that, as you said, about the prarabdha karma. So whatever we are going through, so before coming to the Krishna consciousness, I was thinking, why with me? But now I'm thinking that Krishna may be easing my karmas a little bit so that I can handle, rather saying, why with me? So it's the biggest help of getting the association of devotees where I can handle and not saying why. So thank you. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Bhaswati Mataji, for sharing your wonderful realization. Actually, this happens with each and everyone. Before coming to Bhakti, people keep asking, why me? Why happened to me? But I always give a seminar. In my seminar, I give an example of a Wimbledon champion called Arthur Ashe. So Arthur Ashe, in his sports life, he was a Wimbledon champion, a tennis player. He underwent a very chronic disease, cancer. So while he was suffering with cancer, all his relatives came to meet him in hospital and asked, why you? So he said, every year, crores of people, children, start playing tennis at their home. On their birthday gift, parents bring tennis or a bat or a badminton racket or many things. And children starts playing at their home. Out of them, few starts playing on a professional level in going to the grounds or stadiums or a club. And then from that, professional people also, only few took it as a career, that I will make my career in this form. And being in that career also, out of those few, people selected for some special state or a national trophies. And out of those national trophies, only few get selected for Wimbledon championship. And out of that Wimbledon championship, only 2 reaches to the final level. And out of the 2, only 1 holds the trophy in hand. So that Arthur has said, when I was holding a trophy, my relatives did ever ask me, why only you? Why only you, which is chosen by God to hold the trophy among crores of people? You never ask. But when I'm suffering, you people are asking this question, why you? So actually, we get good or bad according to the karmas done in our past, the pious or a sinful, and what we are doing right now, and we are going to get as a result in our coming time, maybe in this life or maybe in the next life. So whatever good happens or bad happens is totally all the karma's cycle, nothing else that we need to understand. But by doing spiritual practice, negative karmas get diluted. That is the Krishna's mercy. Krishna dilutes the prarabdha karmas, and when we are going to get a lottery of 100 rupee, by the mercy of Krishna, Krishna will see, okay, this fellow, if get only 100, he will not get satisfied because his desire is of 5,000 rupees. And Krishna will arrange something that automatically we will get a lottery of not only 100, but over 1,000. It will look like a miracle to devotees that how I applied for 100 rupee lottery, but I got 1,000. How? Because Krishna wanted that. Krishna says in Gita, Yogakshemam vahamiyam. I will take care of what is required. I will take care of it. So if your basic need is not fulfilled in 100, Krishna will increase it to 900 more to make it 1,000. And instead, and giving a pain of 1,000, Krishna will decrease it to 100. And that is the special mercy of Krishna practicing devotees, that even the prarabdha karmas, it is written in Purana, Kram ev hi praliyate Vishnur Bhaktir Atmaja. One who do devotional life practice from heart, Krishna removes all. Aprarabdham phalam papam kutam bijam phalonmukham. Krishna removes each and everything, but it takes time. It is not that only by chanting once or few years things will go away. It takes time. More and more you put surrender, your sincerity, Krishna will eradicate even the prarabdha karmas also.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this wonderful discussion and question answers as well. So, with your permission, we can pause for today, only to meet next time. So
Next time, whenever you call me, I am your servant.
Next week, Prabhuji.
Next week. No, I'm little engaged next week for some classes in different temples in India. So I will let Subvilas Govind Prabhu next free day, and we can plan some festival day so that we can relish some pastimes of Lord. I love to speak on festival.
Sure, Prabhuji, we'll certainly plan and get your blessings. So we request all the devotees to unmute at this point, and let's express our deep gratitude to His Grace Prashant Mukund Prabhu from the core of our hearts by loudly chanting 3 times. Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. His Grace Prashant Mukund Prabhu ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Vishvanath Chakravarti Thakur ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.